All right. Peace, 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 family. I just want to say that I appreciate everyone that's here right now. I appreciate all the newcomers. Thank you for being here because you could have fairly well been anywhere else, but you have made the decision to be here, and I'm truly grateful for that. And with that being said, would you please be able to hit that like, touch that subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you could be notified of all the forthcoming content in the future? For all those who have been rocking with me for a minute, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you from the bottom due to the simple fact like your loyalty and your dedication has been here on a repetitive basis, and that means so much to me. Thanks again. So, we are going to get into the topic on Catalyst Conversations of Women's Edition, Body Maintenance and Mechanics. So, I have a dynamic woman here with me today, and I'm truly grateful that she accepted my invite because she is truly a specialist in this arena. She is a masseuse, she's a personal trainer, she's an all-around amazing woman, and she always exemplifies excellence in all she do, whether it's her posts, whether it's her videos, whether it's her encouragement and her texts. She's given me hair therapy on what I need to do with my locks. I mean, she is just multifaceted in so many realms. And I just wanted to introduce to you guys this amazing woman. Please, Simone, how are you, my dear?
Thank you for the kind words. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I have no complaints at all. So, would you please be able to provide to us what you do, what you about, what you got going on, what's your business ventures?
So, as you stated, I'm into personal training, massage therapy, and I just recently got my boxing coach's license. So I've been boxing now for about 2 years, and I actually really love it. And I've also started dabbling into pole fitness.
Nice.
So I'm just really big on doing things that make you feel good, and it's just bonus points that it is good for your body too.
Yes.
So I just fitness really has like been major in my life. It's helped me through so many things. It's like a therapy for me. So it's like I'm all in. Like might as well do what I need to do so I can help others and touch others because it could perhaps impact them the same way it impacted me. So
For sure. And what I appreciate about your dynamic is like your skill sets are complementary of one another. So it's like you can deal with the interior and the exterior of the body. So you can help somebody with their physique and getting them right and things of that nature and a nutrition standpoint of view going internally along with the masseuse, hitting those, you know what I'm saying, pressure points, relieving that tension from working out intensely or whatever robust routine that you can implement for people. So, can you let us know and give us a little insight about what inspired you to endeavor into this arena?
mental health. As well, you know, but they wouldn't know. I have a daughter. She's 2. Postpartum is serious.
It
Like
is.
you really just lose yourself, and you're just focusing on trying to be so perfect, especially your first time moms out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I started losing myself, and I felt myself just going deeper and deeper, and nothing would help. So I was like, I gotta figure something out.
Correct.
I have to figure something out. So I just started walking a mile a day, nothing crazy, and I was like, all right, I feel pretty good. Let's see,
Mm-hmm.
like, change my eating. So I was walking a mile a day. I was eating not the best, but better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, you might be able to really get something going with this. So I started walking 5 to 6 miles a day, breaking it up. Like I would walk on my lunch break at work. At the time, I was working in an office, and I would have an hour lunch break. So
Mm-hmm.
that whole hour, then I would, when I got off, I would walk after work. Then I
Oh,
started meal prepping. Um, then I was like, okay, the weight just started coming off, and I was like, all I'm doing is walking. Let's see what happens if I go to a gym, start lifting, start working out.
exactly.
So I started doing that. Then I was like, all right, I'm getting bored with this because I'm like, I'm a really dynamic person. I don't like being static. I like doing everything I can. I like
Right.
variety. So I was like, boxing, okay. I've always loved boxing, but I'm not a fighter. Just not in me. I'm not a violent person. I don't do violence. I don't want violence around me. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, let me see what this boxing is about. So now one of my business partners, Tay, with 1913 Sports, and he started teaching me how to box. So I've been sticking around with him and doing all that, and I'm like, okay, I actually love this. How can I make this lucrative and actually like rejoice, like spread the gospel to other people? Like, this is really cool. Like, boxing is great. So
Right.
let me to get my boxing coach's license. And obviously, with all that stuff, you want to have recovery and do things that make your body feel good. So why not, go to school for massage therapy, which ties into all that. So not only, like you said, can I help break those muscles down and help get you stronger, I can help you recover by, relaxing you. And now, even if you don't work out, massaging is good for lymphatic systems. It's good for just relieving stress. It's just good for your body in general. You want to keep that blood flowing and circulating. So I just had to continue to. I just want to keep building
Correct.
that I started embarking on, because it's like it can really help. People don't understand like the impact that you can have just by moving your body,
Correct.
instead of like sitting in a dark room, being in a slump. Not even necessarily looking at your phone or TV. You just like that can really tear you down, especially if you're not feeling the best mentally. So it's just like, if you can see how it's impacted me, I feel like that will like make you want to actually participate. Like, all right, let me see what I can do too. She can do it. I can do it. So that's it. That's just how the ball got rolling with all this. So yeah.
That's amazing. And I can definitely resonate with that. Postpartum depression is nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? They call it like your fourth trimester after you have, you know what I'm saying, your baby.
Yeah.
And a lot of people they check on the baby, want to know how the baby doing, but you got to make sure figure out how the mama doing too. You know what I'm saying? Because the mama is that baby's caregiver. So it's a balance. It's a new way of life. You got to embrace what your body is doing at the time. Your body is recovering and adjusting to this new state. And it's so many. It's like a multifaceted event that's happening in your life, and you have to figure it out. And now I think that's what makes us so dynamic as women, because we face these journeys in our life that we aren't necessarily prepared for, but we always seem to get through. And with what you do and what you embody, what you invoke in your passion and your loyalty to your craft, it's like you can speak from experience along with what you're a subject matter expert in. And that's what makes you so well rounded and phenomenal in what you do. You know what I mean? And I truly appreciate that. But then you can invoke accessing your higher self through the divine feminine, because now you're tapping into pole classes.
Yes.
And
And
that's so funny because I'm doing the same thing. And I'm like, wow, you just delivered it. So can you talk to about that added piece of nutrition to what you do?
yeah, so we all have our reasons why we may want to do something.
Mhm.
Bowling, I feel like I want to be able to offer any and every my client. Everybody doesn't want to be hot, sweaty, lifting weights, punching, carrying on. Some people might want to do something more sensual, and that can help them in other facets of their life too. So
Correct.
me, because with the field that I'm in, is predominantly male. So it kind of helps me stay in tune with my inner feminine side by embarking on pole too. And it's great strength and conditioning. So it's helping me with my boxing. It's helping me get stronger in the gym, because it takes a lot of strength to
Mhm.
pole work. And it doesn't always have to be like what we see on TV. It's actually nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's just good for your body. Like, it's just, and it's something that's natural. You don't realize how strong you're getting when you're doing it. So it's good for those people that I don't want to sit here and do 15 reps of the same thing. Come with me for an hour pull. Let's see how you feel. Your whole body is going to be on fire. You're not even going to realize it. And And you have like music. Music is therapy in itself. So not only are you moving your body on this pole, getting stronger, you got your music going, you got your lights. It's good to have that dynamic. Okay, do you want to be girly or do you want to be tough? Or do you want something in the middle? So that's why, like, it's just like cool. And then it's again, after having a baby, you just, for me, like, I was just the ugliest person ever. I had all these stretch marks. My body just wasn't the best. It's a great empowerment thing for sure. It really helps you tap back into yourself. I'm like, okay, I can be attractive. I can feel beautiful. Look at me. Like, so that's important too.
Yes.
And it's like, you don't need the validation from other people. You're validating yourself. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, like, ooh, look at me. Like, I am beautiful or I am strong. So that's it. I just love it. Been doing that for almost a year now too. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. I feel like that is the best self therapy is looking in the mirror.
yeah,
So looking in the mirror from a central aspect where it's like it's kind of like you trying to perform your best and look your best to yourself. It's because you're trying to make sure all the moves right, your strength is getting up. You know what I'm saying? Your self confidence is increasing. Your creativity is increasing as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you may learn some choreographed, routines, but then when you start getting into the rhythm a lot more, understanding how you can infuse yourself with the pole and then just articulate various dances, like you said, to the therapeutic music that's being played, it's like you're a whole different person. It's like nobody is around you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the only one in the room just doing what you have to do or
yeah,
whatever. It's like you just release. It's like a sense of freedom, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So I truly appreciate the pole choreography, and then the beautiful dynamic of being able to lift weights. Like, you know what I'm saying? You wear so many hats in such a elegant fashion, and it's truly like appreciated. And I want other people to be able to appreciate it so that they can be a reflection, so that they can get the gems that you are dropping, because it's so true. After, you have your baby, your whole body is completely foreign to you
Yeah.
on so many levels. So what are you going to do to get back in contact with yourself? So I know at one point in time I'll be like, oh yeah, I want to be who I was way back in the day when I was little, this, that, and third. When it well, not way back in the day, but previously. You know what I'm saying? I want my body like how it was, but it's not about you trying to obtain who you were, because that person is in the past.
Mm,
Cultivate who you need to be, you know what I'm saying, for this present time, because this is a whole different period and different phase in your life now. You know what I'm saying? You're a mom, or you're a mom again. You know what I mean? Like, you got to take this balance more into focus about the things that you used to prioritize for you. Now you have to prioritize it for the whole family, for the whole household. So with that being said, along with the activities and that mental health, are there any mantras or affirmations or meditations that you invoke with this whole package that you're, that's within you?
well, I tell myself every day that I'm beautiful. Even like when I wake up and I know, okay, I know how to look my best, but I'm still beautiful. And I also always tell myself that I'm strong. I can make it through anything. Because at one point, I couldn't even formulate that sentence. I just thought I was about to check out. It was done for me. So it's just really important in speaking life into yourself. No one can tell you what to say. Only you know how you feel in here. So you might want to say, I'm a baddie. You can say whatever you want to say to yourself that makes you feel good, as long as you believe it. And it's important to me to look into the mirror and say it. Like, I don't just say it, I look into the mirror and say it. And I also love me a herbal bath. I take
Ooh,
like 2 to 3 herbal baths a week.
hello.
The
Back.
best, the best.
Hello.
Good for your skin. It's just, and I add me some essential oil. You can't tell me anything. Like, I do the
What?
whole, my candles, my essential oils. I don't drink alcohol, so I'll just have me some nice water. I might get me a bottle of Evian or something, and just turn on some music and relax. And you can go to a herbal shop. a herbal bath will run you $3 or $4. Little stuff like that. It doesn't cost a lot of money to take care of yourself, and oftentimes that's people's excuse. Oh, it's expensive. It's expensive. It's not. It's not. Like
it's true.
Like I said, a herbal bath can run you $4, and the most expensive thing in the herbal bath is gonna be your Epsom salt or your Himalayan salt. Like, so you just gotta find that balance and choose you, because if you're not grounded, nothing else really matters, especially if you are the head or you're taking care of yourself or everyone relies on you. So that's something I had to figure out too. Journaling helps me, and I don't always necessarily write about negative things. Sometimes, like, I'll see something beautiful and I write about that instead. Journaling doesn't always have to be things that are hurtful or reminders of hurtful things. Now, it can be if that helps you, but for me, I don't like to be reminded of negative things. I want to move forward from that. So, not that I erase it, I just don't, dabble in it. I don't keep reflecting on it. I'm like, okay, it happened. Let's heal from it. Let's move on. So when I journal and oh, wow, I did remember this from 3 weeks ago. So I'm happy versus me looking at my journal, I'm like, oh, I remember that happened. And puts me right back in square one. So those are just little things that help me outside of working out or doing whatever. Just little simple self-care things.
Absolutely. I truly appreciate that you know what I'm saying, shared that, especially about the herbal bath. Like she said, the herbal bath just costs a couple of dollars. It don't cost nothing. But then on the flip side of that, you can get the herbs yourself. Look up what the herbs do. Look at how they're medicinal to you, their spiritual attributes, what they can contribute. But with that being said, with your spiritual bath or your herbal bath or whatever you want to call it, your sensual bath, you have to invoke your intentions into the bath in order for those herbs to actually, you know what I'm saying, be powerful and work in favor of you. So you can't just go get these herbs and just think they're just going to have these magical medicinal properties, and then you don't invoke yourself into it. It's like that's how you are making the bath whole. That's how you are allowing, it's like you're co-creating with these herbs in order to elevate yourself so that you can feel better, So just think about it. All right. You have a long day ahead of you. Then you wake up, right? And then you say, you know what? Let me go ahead and work out. So you're going to go do your working out, right? So then you go to work and then you're like, you know what? Let me do a little boxing session. All right. Let me go ahead and box it out. All right. I'm a little sore. Let me go ahead and get me a masseuse and go ahead and get massaged down. All right. I'm massaged down. Now at the end of the night, let me get my herbal bath.
Look how beautiful that sounds.
Look how that rolls. That is a beautiful day.
Or there are a lot of people that don't believe in bathing for women because, our area's on there. Do a vaginal steam. Same herbs. It's just going, you don't have to worry about anything floating into your vagina or whatever because steam.
Right. Correct. Do a yoni steam. And that's actually like necessary. You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep the pH levels, you know what I'm saying, at a state of equilibrium to where it's healthy.
Yep.
Let's put it like that. You know what I mean? That is a good way to start invoking self-love if you never heard it, you know what I'm saying, just written out or stated before. All the things that she's pointed out and we are reiterating is definitely some steps that you can start with. You don't have to do all of them at one time. I just narrated a day just to, just to hear how it sounds. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like envisioning myself through just the narration of that and how that could feel. Sometimes it's not just about the action, but it's how it makes you feel at the end of the day. Like at the conclusion of what I just narrated previously, I feel like that's a successful day.
I'm gonna sleep like a baby.
Right.
All that in one day. You guys, don't call me, don't text me. I'm going to sleep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like if that don't put you in a state of euphoria, I don't know what does. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and then don't put like a healthy meal in there. Don't give me some
Don't.
fruits, baby. Don't wait a minute. What you trying to do? Don't spoil me. You see? Wait, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. It's like we want all these things from the exterior, from people, from, men, from friends, from family. But what are you doing for you to make you feel good? You know what I'm saying? So when you put yourself in a place of goodness where, you talking good to yourself, you telling yourself that you're beautiful, you looking in the mirror and you admiring them high cheekbones, you know what I'm saying? You loving on your melanated skin, all of that. And with you having that self-love already, you're going to attract nothing but assets. You're not attracting liabilities no more at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing for you.
People can tell when you love yourself. You're not gonna tolerate any nonsense. You can just tell, like, your posture, how bright your eyes may look, just how you're carrying yourself. So yes, 1,000%. Like, you have to love yourself first if you expect others to love and respect you. That's major.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I truly resonate with all that. So let's go to our crowns. This lock maintenance.
Yes.
Hold on before. Okay, let me put out a disclaimer. Ma'am, she put me to school about my locks. Okay, she told me what I need to do with the moisture, what I need to do to lock in the moisture, and how do you maintain this, and when you need to re up. So, can you please divulge the gems, ma'am? Because I know I received them.
Yes. So this is just what works for me. Everyone's different. But the point of locks, for them to flourish, they have to stay moisturized. I know it's locks, but you have to keep them moisturized. So something that works for me, rose water. Love it. You don't have to, like, still just spritz a couple of spritz every day. You're only
She thought I was playing. As soon as she told me, I went out and got the family value pack of 8. This is one of 8.
rose water is my best day. And I have color in my locks. They're bleached, kind of, sort of. And they're healthy. No broken off, nothing. And with oiling, every other day for me. Castor oil, I swear by that. That's just my go-to. You can get fancy and do others. Peppermint oil is good, but I love me some castor oil. And make sure you're tying it up every night. It's not cliche. This is real. Like, if you don't tie it up, at least get you some satin pillows or satin sheets. But, and then lastly, you have to drink water. Like, you have to drink water. Have to. Not, it's non-negotiable. If you want your locks to be healthy, you have to drink your water. How do you expect your hair to flourish if you're not taking care of your insides, which is what helps grow your hair? So drink your water, eat your vegetables. It's not cliche, it's real. Like, that is something I can notice a difference in my hair when I haven't hydrated properly. Like, it's like, so those can go on for hours and days. But for me, that's what works best for me. And I've only had my locks going on 2 years in July. So July will make 2 years. So I was going to continue to do what works for me. And I only get them retwisted. Don't come for me. But because some people only do it once or twice a year, that's fine. I go every 8 weeks.
Yep.
8 to 9 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So do it. You gotta find what works for you. Do your research, ask your questions. But you're really not gonna get anywhere if you don't drink water, you don't eat your vegetables, and you don't keep them moisturized, no matter what type of hair you have.
Yep. That's true.
So that's it for me. Like, that's just non-negotiable. If you don't like water, put some fruit in it, some cucumbers, some mint leaves. You can't keep making excuses and expect results. When you want something, you've got to figure it out. You got to do something that works for you to achieve those results, or else you're just going to keep sitting there wishing.
Yeah.
Got to be proactive in anything that you do or any desire that you have. Being proactive is very essential.
That's real.
Because
You better talk to them.
At the end of the day, it's you. You have to answer to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame anybody and everybody for everything. Sometimes it's you. And that's something I had to accept too.
Mm-hmm. It's accountability on all levels. Just like how you were saying, ma'am, you're gonna have to drink water. When I don't drink water, I can tell it's like that dry crunch getting ready to, you know, and I can't stand it. My hair is way too soft and too curly to be looking dry and crunchy, ma'am. You need to drink some water. Period. Like,
Also, and the sun is your best friend too.
whew, let them know something.
Your hair loves the sun. Your skin loves the sun. Now put on some sunblock. Black people wear sunblock. I don't want to wear sunblock. But sun, love it. Beautiful. Yeah. Feels good. Makes you feel good. It's just get some sun, drink your water, eat your vegetables, keep your hair moisturized. And you'll be good.
You'll be good. That's the starter kick to success, period. Like,
yes.
you know what I mean? And if you don't have like the means to go out and get any oils or things of that nature, do you have olive oil? Start somewhere. You got that olive oil down in the kitchen. Go ahead and take it right on upstairs in that bathroom. Go ahead and get a little moisture to lock in that water, you know what I'm saying, into those locks, because it's like the water is the moisture and the oil is to lock in, to seal it all in. So go ahead and just get you that good recipe. If you want to start your locks, you think your hair is not growing, it's all about what you're putting in. That's so important. That's vital. If you putting in trash, then you're going to produce trash. Just think about it. You are literally what you eat. What you are literally what you consume on all levels. So what we're talking about is healthy consumption. You know what I mean? Like in its totality, from working out to activity to how you talk to yourself to how you nurture yourself, from your head down to your crown, you know what I'm saying, your head down to your feet. Like it's just a total package of you just taking care of yourself as women. You don't have to have had a child to go through this to feel some type of empowerment. You could be single with no children. You could be, you know what I'm saying, a young lady, a teenager, or a full grown woman. Like all of the things that's being said right now is definitely tools that you can use at any capacity of your life, period. So
honestly, it's better to have this routine and be familiar with taking care of yourself before you have a kid. That way you will continue. Because it's really difficult to learn how to love yourself over, especially when you're dealing with a first-time mom or even multiple children. It's difficult. But if you already know, okay, I do this is non-negotiable, it's going to carry over.
mm-hmm.
Time for that. Like, what is it, 27 days to form a habit?
Yeah. 21? I think it's 21 days to form a habit. And yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Doing something for 2 and 3 years, that you're going to have a kid. You're not going to stop doing that. You don't care what it is.
Yep.
You're going to continue to do it.
Yep.
Like, I've been on my fitness journey for 2 years now. Even if I go and do a 1 mile run, I'm going to move my body every day. You're not going to tell me I'm not.
Right.
Because I was working out literally every single day. Every day. So it's like, I don't care what I got to do. If I have to put my daughter in a stroller and we go running outside, we're doing something every day. We're moving our body every day. Mm-hmm. So it's like a habit I formed, and it's just non-negotiable. And I don't make excuses for it. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I have my kid. No, you make it work. If it's something that you want, you have to make it work in order to get those results.
That's real.
Accountability, like you said, is major.
It's major. It's so major. Okay. So for me, being more accountable to myself, what helped me to like infuse that more in its totality is my results. Because I seen how loyal I was to me. So when I was in the gym consistently for a week and I noticed the difference, it made me feel good. And that's what gave me the momentum to keep going. You know what I'm saying? When I was eating right and I felt myself having more energy, it aided me to keep going because I love the way that this feels. when I'm taking these herbal baths, oh, I love the way my skin is feeling. And I love how I feel when I come from the bath. So you know what? I'm gonna schedule another one for myself next week. It's like I keep giving myself these gems to keep giving me the momentum so I can keep elevating myself. And like you said, like the more that you do it and the more that you engulf yourself into this routine, you become that creature of habit. So therefore you get more mature in leveling of being loyal and loving yourself. Like this is not, you're not going to continue to be in like the honeymoon phase of loving yourself. You're going to, you know what I'm saying, get some level of maturity, you know what I'm saying, to where it ripens to where loving yourself, like you said, is a non-negotiable. You
And
have a zero tolerance policy.
yes.
Anything less. Period.
And I'm serious about it. Anybody will tell you. Anybody will tell you. And just to piggyback off of what you said, it's good that you listed everything but what the scale said, because the scale honestly is the last thing you should be worried about. Our bodies are so weird. Like you could be the most muscular person and weigh more than someone that doesn't have any muscle.
Yep.
So people get so lost in the scale they don't realize, oh my God, my abs are forming. Oh my gosh, I have a line in my leg. Like I'm getting muscle. Like, so stay off the scale. If anything, get you a body composition scale so you can see the body fat percentage going down, the subcutaneous fat going down. Like you want to see that, the muscle mass going up, because that's what you want.
Correct.
Muscle also helps keep your metabolism strong and fast. So the more muscle you got, guess what? The more you're gonna burn.
Yep.
So that's really good that you did that, because a lot of people get so lost in, oh my gosh, like I was consistent all weekend, I only lost an ounce, and then they just get so discouraged and they go back to eating the Wendy's or McDonald's or whatever, but they don't realize my muscle mass went up 2% this week. That's why the scale didn't really move, because muscle weighs more than fat.
Yep.
So it's like, it's good that you're an example for that, because a lot of people don't understand that. They just get so lost in the number on the scale when it comes to your weight.
And let me tell you something. I used to be a scale stalker,
Yeah.
especially when I was like doing personal training a few years back in the military on the ship. I was a scale hound. If it would go, if it would go like a pound over, yo, you would have thought I was training for the Boston Marathon. It was crazy, like how how I was wired at the time. But what I learned so much is that I had to start bringing myself to a state of peace. You know what I'm saying? I had to, you know, show myself grace. I had to be kind to myself because at that time I was really putting some hard restraints on myself. You know, yes, I did get the results. And you know what? That was necessary for that time. And I'm not going to say that it was wrong, but I can tell you that I don't want to experience that, you know, that rigidness again, because I was so hard on myself. Like I was hypercritical of how I looked and what I ate and how I performed. Like I wanted to get more reps because at that time I was doing CrossFit. So I just wanted to be like the best, you know what I'm saying? Run the fastest, lift the most, like do the most pull ups and muscle ups. Like, and I mean, that was really fun. I can't lie. I'm glad that I'm in a possession of having, you know, dedicated and disciplined thoughts such as those. But now I'm in a more softer, graceful season of, you know what I'm saying, my life. So I know how to handle myself with a lot more care. You know, don't whenever I'm tired, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna just push myself to like the point of just total loss. You know what I'm saying? Where I can't go anymore. I'm balancing all that out, and it's very sacred. So that's why I think it's even more potent for me right now. You know, like it's not nothing that. How can I put it? It's not nothing that I'm trying to widely advertise, but it's something that I do want to speak on just to let people know that it exists. You know, so yeah, that balance. That's why I appreciate you saying that pole dance in conjunction with boxing, because those are like two totally different ends of the spectrum, but you can bring them together and they are a beautiful complement.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I love it. Like you can tap into you're masculine or you're divine feminine, whichever you want, or you can do both.
Mm-hmm.
However
Yep.
you, whatever you feel, like you have to do what makes you feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that's really important to me. I like to be very well rounded, and again, I get really bored easily, so I love to have options. I
Mm-hmm.
might not feel like listening today. Okay, I'll do a couple rounds in the bed, or I'll dance to 2 or 3 songs, or try to learn a new trick. Either way, I'm still winning because why? My body's still moving, and I'm still gonna feel good.
Correct. That's real. Yep.
So, but that's just me. Some people like routine, doing the same thing every day. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to know you, and then find someone that can work with you to help establish something that will work for you. And that's important when you're looking for someone that to help you too. Like, are they going to cater to my needs, or are they just going to be non-negotiable?
Right.
So I like to be able to offer all those different things because I don't know who I'm going to get. I don't know who's going to inquire about anything, but I want
Right.
to be able to say, hey, well, okay, that doesn't, you don't like that. Well, let's try this. You might like this, or you want to do this, like, So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But see, it's like you're a mixed bag. Like you're you have so many you have a plethora of knowledge, so people can tap into wherever they feel comfortable. And the thing is, you'll be on it to be able to help them. You'll tailor fit a program to their needs just to see through the results. You know what I'm saying? And by you being that person who, who loves to help people, it come out in such a unique in genuine fashion, and I truly appreciate that. So another thing, in order for somebody to not get overwhelmed, I want to just say one thing. The first piece of equipment that you have to get moving is yourself. A lot of people feel discouraged because they like, oh, I don't have a gym membership, or I ain't got a treadmill, or I ain't got this. The best and first piece of equipment is you. You can run, you can do a push-up, you can do a sit-up. It's a lot of movements that you can do in a repetitious motion that can get you the results that you need. And then you can get the compliment of somebody to help you if you're not comfortable in front of people, or if you just don't know where to start. You know what I mean? Like, that is the initial part of getting yourself to do something that's you. Now, with that said, you have to put your mind into it. Like she stated before, Simone was like, you got to make sure that you're mentally prepared. If you feel like you done defeated yourself before you even go forth with any movements, then how are you going to expect any type of results? So it's like a mind and body coherence, period. That's what has to be implemented first. Y'all have to be on the same page with yourself, your mind and your body. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to your body, and then you got to listen to your mind to know what is enough. When is it to stop? When do you feel fatigued and tired? Some days you may want to push yourself, but if you know you've been going hard for the past couple weeks and you need a rest, take that rest.
Yeah, because that's the only way you get results. In fact, a lot of people understand sleep is the most essential part. You can run 10 miles a day, do 700 squats. Guess what? If you're not sleeping, that's all that for. You're not giving your time. Your recovery is the most important thing when you're going into your fitness journey. If you don't take care of your body after you break it down, you're literally breaking your body down. You're really not going to get the best results or as good results as you can get.
That's true. That's very real.
You gotta take care of yourself. Yes, working out is taking care of yourself, but with working out comes with a whole nother line of self-care that you have to implement as well to get the results from working out. You can't just work out and still eat Wendy's and still only get 2 hours of sleep or 3 hours of sleep at night and drink Starbucks every day. And I'm not being judgmental, it's just the truth. You might get some results, but you're not going to really excel as quickly as you could if you were just really all in, focused, doing everything like together that will work together and keep you going, keep you progressing in a timely manner. So it's a lot of discipline and a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Everyone
Wow.
can lose 20 pounds in a month. It might take you a year to lose 20 pounds. But you can't compare yourself to other people because we're all different. We're all unique. We all have our special things about ourselves. Just because you're not getting those quick results doesn't mean you're not special. It just means it's going to take you a little longer, which is okay. So just got to have that, like I said, patience, the discipline. It'll,
Correct.
you just got to keep that tunnel vision. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to these Instagram models. A lot of that stuff is fake anyway. You just got to compare yourself to you. Compare yourself to last week. Oh, look at me. Oh, my stomach does look a little flatter. Like, you compare yourself to you, not anybody else. That's the best advice that I can give you, because that will definitely hinder you if you're sitting on Instagram looking at all these people, or Facebook or whatever, or even somebody else at the same gym you work out at. Like, if you compare yourself to others, that's the quickest way to self-destruct. You're gonna break your own heart for no reason, because you don't know what that person is doing. They could have went and got liposuction. They could be drinking those detox teas that aren't good for you. They could be starving themselves. You never know. So that's why it's important to just focus on you and your own progress and compare yourself to you at a past date. That's what worked for me. It helped me going, because I would just notice the small things about myself. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna keep going. My cheeks look smaller. I'm going. Oh, I got a little definition in my arm. I'm gonna keep going. So that's just something that you just gotta implement for yourself, and you will appreciate it further down the road, really.
I'm glad that you definitely said that. To help with that, just like how she was saying, journaling. Journaling is really heavy for me. You journal how you feel at the beginning of your journey. You take pictures. You document yourself. This ain't got to be nothing that you share with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm real heavy on the silent victories. You know, it's a lot of things that you nobody knows about but you. You know, and you feel so good about it because you're rewarding yourself. Exercise is something that you can give you, nobody else can give you. Period. Like Simone can write you out a beautiful tailor-fitted plan, but without the execution on behalf of yourself, it's just words on paper, you know? It's like you have to infuse you into it in order to make those exercises come off the page. You know what I'm saying? For you to actually endeavor into this activity to make it your own. How is it making you feel? What are you doing at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Showing yourself that gratitude that you even made it through that workout for you. How you do, you know, feel about it at the end of the week after you done invoked it every day consistently. How does that make you feel? Like all those things have to come into play. It's not just about the action, but how are you feeling? How does it make you feel? That's the most important thing, you know. So I truly appreciate that. Yeah, that journaling is very heavy. Um, yeah, this is amazing. I appreciate this dialogue tremendously. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with before we sign out? Any words of encouragement, inspiration, or advice? Because you are beautiful in that arena. So
uh, I'm just gonna keep it short, sweet, to the point. Choose you. That's the best choice you can make every single time. If anybody makes you feel guilty for choosing you, they don't love you. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Because who would be mad about you for choosing you to make yourself a better person? Everyone wins when you're a better person. When you're the best version of yourself, everyone around you can win. So get to that point where you say, forget everything else. I am choosing me. And it'll be okay. Everything will be okay. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't apologize about it. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty about it. Choose you every time. Now, I'm not necessarily saying irresponsibly. Like, if you know your baby needs a canister of milk and you want a bottle of Don Julio, don't choose you. Like, you you gotta you gotta use your discretion.
what you gonna do?
But if you and your girls, they say, oh, it's Friday, let's go out to the club, and you had a hard week and you don't want to, say no. And at that, that's okay. Choose you. That's what I mean by choose you.
Absolutely.
Have that boundary, but use that discretion. But definitely implement boundaries. And like I said, if anyone gets mad that you're putting up boundaries, like they're likely around you for the wrong reasons anyway. So you have that discernment and just choose you.
That's beautiful. I told you I was going to be beautiful. Didn't I say you better choose you? I'm telling you, that's amazing. It's about you at the end of the day. It's almost like the airplane method. As soon as those little masks come down and something about to happen, put yours on first before you put on anybody else's, because you're going to be ineffective at the end of the day if you don't, right? So make
Yeah.
sure you get yourself in order, man. Get you in order. Get your business and your affairs internally in order so you can be that more effective when you do help other people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different types of help and assistance. You can help from a place of void to where you feel all these insufficiencies about yourself, and people are going to feel it through your message, even though your message may have good intent behind it. But if you're not there mentally, or you're not, if it's not something that you have invoked within your being, then the message that's being delivered isn't going to have as much potency, opposed to if you are taking care of yourself, you are doing for you, your aura is shining bright, you know what I'm saying, you are putting yourself first, and then when you deliver that same message out, it's going to have that much more effectiveness to whoever it's delivered to. So I just want to tell you I appreciate you. You
Thank
are amazing. Continue to be the shining beacon of light that we all need in this time. It is definitely necessary. I appreciate who you were, and I really admire who you are right now. And I'm so excited for who you are to become. And this is really beautiful. Thank you so much.
you.
All right. So, everybody, y'all just take care of yourself. Put you first, just like she said. Tomorrow will be another beautiful catalyst conversation. It's going to be with my sister Joy Tiffany, and then she's going to be talking about how fear just cannot reside in the same place with your imagination, or it's going to wind up to self destruction. So tune in tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. EST, and y'all take care of yourselves for the rest of this fine day. Peace.
Bye.